I had to cut him off because you guys are probably going to get sick of this futures talk because a lot of you probably won't bet this stuff anyway. So let's get to what we're going to talk about today in Major League Baseball. I've got some fishy lines. Fishy line number one of the day, as we mentioned before, the Toronto Blue Jays, the Chicago White Sox. Listen, I don't hate the Jays. I just wish that they would be better because I've bet on them way too many times to win the American. Today, I would not bet them. I don't like Jose Barrios on the road ever. This line is indicating just why. The line moved a lot against the Jays, despite 88% of bets, 89% of money coming in on Toronto. Of course, the public loves Barrios over Sean Burke. Sean Burke's actually pitched pretty well this year, and he's pitched better at home. But the biggest reason why this number is moving against Toronto has nothing to do as much with the pitching as much as the hitting. Toronto has this 7-game win streak where they swept the first time at home, a 7-game homestand. Congratulations. However, Toronto has the second best lineup at home this year. Their OPS on the road ranks 26th. That is a huge drop-off for the Jays to go on the road. This is a mix of not trusting Barrios on the road and in his career, he's ass on the road. That's correct. Joe Dollar, I'm sorry. Maybe this year, but definitely not at each year. So I wouldn't say Chicago full game, but if you want, you could go first 5. This isn't my favorite one. I actually like this fishy line better. The Rangers at the Angels. Yeah, when I see a line move 20 cents against Jacob deGrom at the rate he's pitching, my sirens go off. When you've got majority of action coming in on a hot deGrom, who has been hot this year, you got to look at why. Kikuchi's also been great. He's having the best season of his career. He's on pace for a 2.81 ERA. Right now, he's got a flat 2 in his last 9 starts, which is 7th best in the majors. The Rangers actually have the second worst OPS against lefties this year. And Kikuchi's a lefty. Even though the Angels got swept by the Jays, they lost all 3 games by just 1 run, and 2 of those were walk-offs. The Angels have lost 5 of their last 6 one-run games. At some point, this thing's got to turn. The Rangers outscored the Angels 12-4 in their sweep in Texas in April, but Texas drops from top 10, top 15 to bottom 10 in OPS on the road. I don't trust the Angels bullpen, though, so I would go Angels first 5. I like Angels first 5 with Kikuchi on the mound, a struggling Texas team on the road. So those are the 2 fishy lines of the day. Hitter prop edges that you could take a look at today. I'm diving into these. Some hitter props that stood out to me. So first, we could take a look at Cam Smith for Houston over his hits, runs, and RBI. He's averaging 2.1 hits, runs, and RBI at home this season, going over in 3 of his last 5. He hits better at home with a 301 batting average. Smith's gone 1 for 3 with a double against Tanner Bybee, who's on the mound tonight for the Guardians. The Guardians also lost in extras yesterday. So they used their best bullpen arms. There's a very good chance that the Guards have to throw Matt Festa or Paul Sewald tonight, who both own ERAs above a 5. Cam Smith over his hits, runs, and RBI. Then in D-backs and Padres, Josh Naylor over his hits, runs, and RBI. Naylor's done great against the Padres. He's gone over this in all 3 games. This year, he's averaging 2.3 hits, runs, and RBI. On the road, Naylor's gone over 1.5 in 7 of his last 10. He's hitting 321 against righties, and Yu Darvish is a righty. Josh Naylor over his hits, runs, and RBI are 2 plays that I would take a look at. Okay, I'll look at the chat now. I haven't looked at you guys. Dodgers slim first with starting pitchers on the IL. Dodgers will be fine. I'm shocked Ariel isn't ranting about the Yankees. Why would I rant about them? They suck. Dodgers are like the Warriors if they had Durant on their team. Yankees are terrible, and they need help in every department. There's no hope. Corbin Carroll versus Yu Darvish. 538, 2 homers, and 14 at-bats. The trade the Yankees want to make is ridiculous. Suarez, dude, strikes out half the time he bats under 200. Yankees need a starting pitcher, guys. That's the bottom line. They need a starting pitcher. I can't trust Max Fried and Carlos Rodon all season. Then you've lost Clark Schmidt now to Tommy John surgery. You lost Garrett Cole to Tommy John. Luis Heel looks like he's making progress. Should be back after the All-Star break. Will Warren, Ryan Yarbrough, they need someone else. The Yankees need a pitcher. I would say if you do believe that the Yankees go out and get somebody else, you could take the Yankees at plus 100. However, I don't trust the Yankees to go out and get someone else that I deem worthy. We'll see. We'll see. Yankees are not hot, but these batters are. Yandy Diaz batting .406 with 18 ribbies in his last 25 games. Chandler Simpson batting .400 with 5 stolen bases and 6 runs scored in his okay, that's supposed to say 11-game hit streak. Silly me. Or 10-game hit streak. Let me see now. Oh, I hate typos. I'm so silly. Chandler Simpson. Let me just double check this stat. Chandler Simpson, 10-game hit streak for Chandler Simpson. Sorry, I have to go fix that now. Great. Back to so many tabs open. Trevor Story. Believe it or not, Trevor Story is facing the Colorado Rockies, his former team, for the first time. He's been injured every other time that the Red Sox have faced the Rockies. Story's on fire right now. He's hitting .469 with 3 homers, 4 doubles, 12 ribbies, and an 8-game hit streak. He's Boston's active leader with 53 ribbies. Devers is leading the way there, but talking active. Over the last month, Story's hitting .340 with 7 homers, 7 doubles, 27 ribbies in 26 games. Rafaela homered in each of his last 2. His extra base hit streak is on 4 games. His last 35 games, Rafaela is hitting .320 with 9 homers, 12 doubles, and 625 slugging. So it's very good. 12 doubles. That sounds like a lot. Did I get that right? I was rushing to get all this stuff done. Yeah, 12 doubles. That's crazy. 12 doubles. Wow, I wasn't even thinking about it when I was writing it. Mickey Moniak, since June 6th, hitting .371 with 8 homers, 5 doubles, 2 triples, and a great OPS in 20 games. 12 of his 13 homers came against right-handers. It's a righty on the mound in Boston. Otto Lopez hitting .322 with 3 homers, 19 ribbies in his last 15. Addison Barger hitting .333 with 3 homers and 10 ribbies in Toronto's win streak. Mike Tauchman is hot, hitting .821 with OPS 821, .372 batting average over his last 11. Jackson Chourio hitting .471 with 4 extra base hits in his last 4 games. Sal Frelick hitting .323, 10 runs and 10 ribbies scored in his last 15. Jose Altuve on fire in his last 5, 10 of 20 with 10 ribbies. He's hit 3 home runs this weekend too. Joe Adell hitting .338, 6 homers, 18 ribbies, and 17-game on-base streak. Manny Machado, he's slumping a little, but he's 2 hits away from 2,000, so keep that in mind. Willy Adames hitting .423 with 2 homers, 9 ribbies in his 7-game hit streak. Kyle Schwarber, also not participating in the home run derby, hitting .304 with 5 homers, 10 ribbies, 12 runs scored in his last 16. Who's not hot is 2 stars. Bobby Witt Jr. hitting .167 with 7 ribbies in his last 20 home games. Shohei Ohtani, 3 for 30 in his last 8 games with 1 extra base hit. Some good matchups to know about, and there you go, Shawn Michael. You got to be a little patient sometimes. Corbin Carroll, 538 with double, 2 homers against Darvish. Mark Canha, 318, 3 doubles, 2 homers against Andrew Heaney. James McCann hitting .400 with a double and 2 home runs against Darvish. Ketel Marte, also good numbers against Darvish with a double, a triple, and 2 homers. Jake Cronenworth has been doing well. I think he had a walk-off this weekend too, hitting .308 with 3 doubles and a home run against Zach Gallen. Bad matchup. Salvi's 1 for 10 with 3 Ks against Andrew Heaney. Will Smith, all-star, hitting .143 with a homer and a K against Freddie Peralta. Eugenio Suarez hitting .235 with a double and a homer. 15 strikeouts against Yu Darvish. I think I read somewhere that his 15 strikeouts against you. Let me double check this. There was a crazy stat that, let's see. Okay. Suarez's 15 strikeouts off Darvish are tied with Paul Goldschmidt for the most by any hitter. Suarez is 8 for 34 with a home run off him. Yeah. So tied for Paul Goldschmidt for the most by any hitter. 15 Ks against Yu Darvish. That's pretty crazy. Perdomo hasn't gotten a hit with 7 strikeouts against Darvish. Higashioka, 125 with the double, 6 Ks against Kikuchi. Corey Seager, 231 with 3 Ks against Kikuchi. And Manny Machado hitting 240 with 2 doubles, a homer, and 5 Ks against Zach Gallen. What else are you guys saying in the chat? How about a Taco Bell review this week? It's time. Oh, goodness. Carol and Marte, the Little Wilson and Ronald. Salvi sucks this year. Taco Bell, though, at least Raising Cane's. No. And hot take, I don't like Bojangles fries. I don't like the peppery, like, Cajun seasoning. I was just talking to my mom about this. I don't like fast food anyway. Chat wants Taco Bell. What do I try from Taco Bell? I don't want to die. I feel like I'll die if I eat Taco Bell. Will Smith won't be slapping one out tonight. Ha 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 ha. Fishing lines. I don't have propaganda, do I? Oh, wait. Okay, time out. I do have some propaganda. Let me get you guys propaganda real quick. I just remembered that they sent it to me. Let me add it in. Desktop. Oh no, I'm out of space. 1 second. This is my biggest problem with StreamYard. I'm out of space, so I have to delete. Let's get to propaganda. These are your most bet on props according to BetMGM today. Christopher Sanchez, under 5.5 pitcher hits allowed. Very juiced there. Mickey Moniak over on his home runs, which we read about before, that Mickey Moniak is on fire right now. Since June 6th, hitting 371 with 8 homers, 5 doubles, 2 triples in 20 games. And 12 of his 13 home runs came off of a right-handed pitcher who he faces tonight. Yusei Kikuchi, under 2.5 pitcher earned runs. I like that as well. -120. Roman Anthony over a home run, and Sanchez over 5.5 Ks. So, we probably now can't bet Sanchez over 5.5 Ks because the public is on it. The only one I don't mind is Kikuchi under 2.5 earned runs, but yikes. Yeah, no, Taco Bell's not bad. Doritos taco. Bojangles for breakfast, Bowberry. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm over it. I can't. I don't do fast food, guys. I don't. Fast food's not my thing. The only fast food I've ever done really is like a sandwich. I only will do like a Jimmy John's, Subway. I don't do Taco Bell. I don't do Mickey D's except their fries and their soda. They've got good McFlurries too. Wendy's, I'll get a Frosty. I think Wendy's is horrible. I don't even know how that place still exists. Burger King too. Don't eat. There's nothing about, at least chicken nugget at Chick-fil-A, I understand. Chicken nugget even at McDonald's I get. I don't understand Burger King and Wendy's. Overrated. Royal Locks. Royal Locks of the day. Oh, I messed up again. They're not in here. I have to delete more things. Royal Locks of the day. Where are they? Okay. Royal Locks. Going with Noah Cameron over 15.5 outs. Hopefully I don't have to worry about any kind of weather situation, as Mid-Major Matt alluded to. However, Cameron, he's averaging just under 17 outs per start, going over 15.5 outs in 70% of games this season. His 2.56 ERA since his MLB debut on April 30th ranks 9th in the American League, and the Pirates just lost in 3 straight shutouts against Seattle this weekend. So they're not scoring. Cameron to stay in the game. Starters are averaging 18 outs per game against the Pirates. Noah Cameron over 15.5 outs. I also like the Angels' first 5 money line. Kikuchi's having one of the best seasons of his career. He's on pace for a career best 2.81 ERA. His flat 2 ERA in his last 9 starts is 7th best in the majors. The Rangers own the 2nd worst OPS against lefties. LA just got swept by the Jays, losing all 3 by just 1 run. So these games were close. Something's got to give at some point with the turnaround. And the Rangers, even though they outscored the Angels 12-4 in Texas in April, the Rangers dropped to bottom 10 in OPS on the road. Angels first 5 for me. Those are my 2 Royal Locks of the day. Let's cash.